Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Dana August Nails and welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna test out the Leafu Magic Blooming Nail Polish inks from Modelones. I'm gonna start off by showing you each individual bottle. So first off, we've got 01 and it's a transparent to help you phase out the colors, yeah? And then we've got 02 Smoke Black. And coming in at number 3 is Red Haze. And there is another color, 04 Proud Rose, that I don't have, but it is an orangey red. But I do have an orange, vibrant orange, 05. So I'm covered. And of course, coming in number 6 is Grassland, guys, and you know it's a green. I don't have to tell you. And then number 7 is Monet Blue. Oh, so pretty. And number 8 is Lemon Moon. This name, I know. Okay, but this name, New York Street, is 09 and it's a brown. Way to make brown sound cool, right? And these last two I think are specialty inks because this is Silver Sand 01. Look at that. It's like food for your eyes. Okay, Golden Sand is 02. Yes, feed me visually. Thank you, Modelones. So now we're gonna have ourselves a bit of a play with these inks. So I'm coming in with 2 tips on my display stand that I picked up from AliExpress and a 18 ml bottle of gel polish from a brand I cannot pronounce. So I'm gonna spell it out for you, MIZHSE, also from AliExpress. And this is color 01 in their Eternal series. And the Eternal series only consists of 2 colors, 01 which is a white and 02 which is a black. But I'm going in with the first coat and these tips are buffed and everything. And I do cure for 30 seconds in between coats. I did about 3 thin coats. You really didn't need the third one, I just did it. And then I went in with a matte top coat. Ooh, and before I did the matte, I went in with some base gel just to smooth it out because sometimes you will end up with like little lines and creases, and to me, that's a really good fix. Like just before you pop on the top coat, pop on some base gel in the lamp, then your top coat. So now I'm coming in with Red Haze and then Vibrant Orange. And I move between these 2 colors, guys, back and forth until I get the full outline of this image I'm going for. I wonder if you guys will guess it before I reveal it. Ooh. What kind of inks do you guys use? Like, have you tried Modelones, or is it another brand ink for you? Maybe it's Macart, maybe you're doing the Opry, and or maybe you're doing Sharpie inks, like you're making your own thing, right? Because that's really cool too. But I did settle on the Modelones. Great inks, great products, $2 on a sale. Hello. Doesn't take much with me. So I am using my Beauty Galleria brush that I picked up. I picked up a set of these brushes from Amazon, and that's just to, catch some extra ink that's flooding all over the place. I don't want to ruin the outline. And I've got some acetone in a dapping dish here. And now I'm gonna, just sort of play around a bit, I really want to reveal some of that white that's under all this ink. Just bring it up to the surface because I am going to go in with another color in the center. And just moving it around how I like it. Yeah, I think that looks good. So have we guessed what it is? If you've guessed a flower, you're a low-key genius. Like, brag about it. So now I'm coming in with Grassland, and I'm going to do another flower featuring Grassland and Monet Blue. Now Grassland reads very, very thin, like the color's not all that poppin'. But what I shouldn't have done was gone in with 3 coats of freaking Monet Blue. Like, that's probably why the green didn't register so clearly, but listen, I feel like it worked, but leave me your comments, sound off and let me know if it was that, it's noticeable. Did you still love the look? Let me know what's up. And obviously moving back and forth between Monet Blue and Grassland. And I'm just angling that brush, going in strong as soon as it hits the nail, then coming up nice and softly, right at the very end of those streaks. And now time for acetone. I think that looks good, yeah. No, let's play around a bit more. So now I'm coming in with some Lemon Moon color number 8. And I know you're thinking red, orange, yellow. Is it gonna come out? It did. And then adding insult to injury, I went in with the yellow at the center of the blue and the green. Like, what are you doing, Lisa? But it read really well. I don't know if you guys knew about the Bahamas, but guys, gonna brag, we have so many beautiful flowers here. Like, oh my gosh, vibrant popping flowers, and it only reflects the people. Vibrant, popping, colorful people, colorful personalities. So now I'm coming in with some gel paint that I prepared. So remember that white I told you guys I wasn't gonna waste? I didn't waste it, yeah. So now I'm using number 2 in the Eternal series from that gel polish brand, and I'm mixing in some Modelones cream in the color 01 black, because, you know, don't like it too thin, don't like it too thick. And that detail brush that guys, it's gonna pop up in every video that I do nail art with. Rely on it heavily. Taking in that white, and I'm just adding a little bit of detail around what would be the petals of the flower. So just a little curve, yeah, just around the edge of the flowers, some coming in a little closer to the center. Just a little bit of detail. And I apologize for the lighting coming in and out and maybe the camera not focusing right away. I do apologize for that. I'm only gonna get better as I, practice recording more videos and putting them out there. So it's gonna get better, guys, I promise. Thank you so much for just being patient and watching me grow and allowing me room to grow. So as you can see, sometimes I skip a petal, maybe I do every other petal, maybe I do every 2 petals, no right or wrong way. And so just at the curve of that line, I'm gonna pull it outwards and just do some streaks coming in to the petals. And then I'm gonna repeat the same with black gel polish, as you can imagine, on that green, blue, and yellow flower. And for the center of the flower, see, this is why that yellow was super important. I wanted to add some dots, like a larger dot in the center and smaller dots around it. And here's where you're like, Lisa, what are you doing? The dots are fine. Move on. I hear you. And I'm just pulling those dots, just one line from the dot into the center, just to not directly meet, but slightly meet with that center dot. And again, like I said, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the blue and green flower, just using black gel polish ink. And then I'm going to top it with matte top coat. Here's the thing, when you're putting your matte top coat, float it. Because if you don't, you will drag the ink. Okay, you will drag the ink. So just float it on the top of the nail. So that's out of the baker. And now we're going in for a little bit more nail art. So back with that white Eternal series mixed with the Modelones cream in white also, and we're going to do one line, and we're going to draw a nice leaf. So I start off with the center line, and then on either side I do 3 smaller lines. And this is the leaf that you see everywhere, but this is the way I wanted to draw them. This is the way I think works best for me. Just let me know if you've seen easier ones. How did they do it? Have you tried the other ways you saw it done, and did you like it? Or maybe you'll try my way. Let me know. So just those lines to let me know, hey, where those petals are gonna go. Now on the first side of this white one, I did fill in the petals a bit before I moved on to the second side. Obviously trying to shape those individual leaves. So 3 leaves on the side, and then at the very center where that line started, the very top, I also do shape that into a leaf as well. And here is where I talk about my lighting, like maybe the white is a little bit too bright for you to see, and I do apologize. And there you have it. So we're gonna do the same thing in black. And by the time I got to the second flower, I got smarter. I'm like, okay, Lisa, we're gonna draw that center line. Yes. And then we're gonna draw 3 streaks on each side before we start shaping out those individual leaves. Let me just tell you, by the second kid, you get loves. I'm just kidding. No, by the second time you do something, you just get wiser about it. Work smarter, you know? Look at that. Just popping them on there like I've been doing this for a while. Not really. So now I'm gonna start shaping those individual leaves. Did the 2 bottom ones, center. And now I'm busying myself with the top 3 leaves. What did you, I didn't want to add so many leaves on there, but what do you think? Like, would you have added an extra black leaf or an extra white leaf, or maybe a different color altogether? What would you have done? Like, sound off in the comments. Cooked that for like 30 seconds, actually 60 seconds, because I told you about those gel creams. You want to cook them in for 30 seconds, because what are we going to do now? Go in with a base coat to make sure that line of light that goes down the nail is nice and straight. And if you don't cure the gel cream for 60 seconds, the base coat will cause it to bleed. And I didn't have that this time. So I'm using the base coat from that same brand of polish from AliExpress, and again, 18 milliliter bottles. Yes. And this gives you an idea of how it would have looked if I kept a shiny top coat on. What would you have done? Shiny? Because I went with matte. And now I'm going in with this matte top coat by Canarine, I think it's pronounced, and I got that from Amazon. Hi, give props where props is due. And then I'm gonna cure that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also comment, let me know what you'd have done differently. I love you guys so much for tuning in. There is a finished look at the end of this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.